I told her mother everything 3 days ago. Not because I wanted revenge, not because I was trying to save the marriage. I told her because I needed someone else to know I wasn't crazy, that I hadn't imagined the last 4 months. Her mother cried. I didn't. I keep thinking about the tennis lessons. She started going twice a week in March, Tuesday and Thursday mornings, 9:30. I didn't think anything of it because why would I? We'd been married 6 years, together for 9 total, and she'd always talked about wanting to get back into tennis. Her college sport made sense. But then I'm standing in our kitchen last week, and I realize I've never seen her racket, not once. Not leaning against the hall closet, not in the car, not drying on the porch after some morning drizzle. And she'd been going for what, 3 months? I tried to remember if I'd ever asked her about it directly, how the lessons were going, if she liked her instructor. I don't think I did. That's the thing that's making me feel insane right now. I don't think I asked her a single question about tennis in 3 months. So I'm looking at the calendar on the fridge, and there's the little T marked on Tuesdays and Thursdays in her handwriting, and I knew. Not that she was cheating, not yet, but I knew something was structurally wrong. Like when you're driving and the engine sounds fine, but the steering feels loose. Everything looks normal, but you're holding the wheel differently already. She walked in carrying groceries and asked what I wanted for dinner. I said, tennis sounds nice. She smiled and said, what? Tennis for dinner? Sounds nice. She laughed, set the bags down, started unpacking produce like I'd made a normal joke, and I just watched her hands move. Carrots, lettuce, those little tomatoes she always buys too many of. Her wedding ring caught the light. You're exhausted, she said. Not asking. I wasn't exhausted. I waited until she left for her Thursday lesson. Then I checked our bank account. The tennis club she'd mentioned once, I looked it up. Membership was $300 a month, lessons extra. I scrolled back through 4 months of statements. Nothing. No tennis club, no instructor payments, not even a charge for athletic equipment. But there were cash withdrawals, $200 every week, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, always from the ATM near her office. I sat there looking at my phone for maybe an hour. The house was completely silent. I remember thinking about calling her and then realizing I had no idea what I'd even say. Where's the cash going? Sounded insane, accusatory. I didn't have proof of anything except that she wasn't playing tennis. She came home at noon carrying coffee. Her hair was wet. Good lesson? I asked. Brutal. I'm so out of shape. She kissed my forehead. She smelled like hotel shampoo. Not our shampoo, not the gym. I know what our gym smells like. That's when something actually broke. Not dramatically, just a quiet crack, like ice. I didn't plan it. That's what I keep telling myself. She was in the shower Tuesday morning, and her phone was on the nightstand. Face up. I wasn't snooping. I was sitting right there. It lit up with a calendar notification. Reschedule Thursday? No name, just that. I picked it up. No lock screen somehow. Or maybe I knew her password from before, and she'd never changed it. Doesn't matter. I opened the calendar app and there was a second calendar. Not synced to the cloud. Just local. Titled Personal. Every Tuesday and Thursday for 4 months. But not tennis. Addresses. Hotel names twice. Mostly just M's place. 10 to 12. M. I heard the shower turn off and I just sat there holding her phone like an idiot. She came out in a towel, saw me, stopped. What are you doing? My voice sounded far away. Who's M? She went completely still, not defensive, not angry, just still. Then she sat down on the bed next to me, water dripping from her hair onto the comforter, and she said, I was going to tell you. That's what she said. Not I'm sorry, not it's not what you think. Just, I was going to tell you. Tell me what? That I've been unhappy, that we need to talk about us. Us, not him, not the affair. Us. I started laughing. I don't know why. It felt like my brain was rebooting wrong. Where's your tennis racket? I asked. She looked confused. Actually confused. I don't have one, she said. The next part happened in pieces. She told me his name. Marcus. A colleague, but not at her office. Some vendor relationship, consulting thing I didn't understand. She kept saying it just happened while simultaneously explaining they'd been seeing each other since February, before the tennis lie, which means she planned the lie, invented a whole structure. I asked if she loved him. She said she didn't know. She said she loved me too, both things in the same breath. Then she cried. And God, I comforted her. Put my arm around her shoulders while she sobbed about how confused she'd been, how much pressure she felt, how she didn't know how to be happy anymore. I sat there rubbing her back like she was the victim. It took me 3 days to get angry, 3 days of her sleeping in the guest room, to give me space while I cooked dinner and asked if she wanted tea. 3 days of me apologizing when I brought it up, apologizing for asking questions about her affair. My brother came over Sunday, took one look at me and said, "You look like shit." I told him everything. He got quiet in this way that scared me. "You're still doing her laundry," he said. I was. I'd done it that morning, folded her shirts, matched her socks. He left without saying anything else. But something shifted. I went home and she was on the couch reading, and I just stood there looking at her. She glanced up. "You okay?" No, I wasn't okay. I told her to leave Thursday morning, not permanently. I couldn't say that yet, just for a few days. Stay with her mom, a friend, wherever. I needed the house empty, needed to think without her presence rearranging my thoughts every 5 minutes. She argued, said we should talk it through together, that running away wouldn't solve anything. Running away, like I was the one who'd constructed an alternate calendar and a fake hobby and a whole secondary life. "Please just go," I said. She packed a bag. Took longer than it should have. Kept coming back downstairs to ask questions. Did I want her to cancel our dinner reservation Saturday? Should she still pick up my prescription? Was I going to be okay alone? That last one broke something loose. "You've been fucking someone else for 4 months and you're asking if I can handle a weekend by myself?" She flinched. First real reaction I'd seen that felt true. She left. The house was so quiet I could hear the refrigerator humming. I sat in that quiet for maybe 6 hours. Didn't eat, didn't turn on the TV, just sat there. Then I called her mother. I don't know why. Maybe because her mom always liked me, always said we were good together. Maybe because I needed someone from her family to know this wasn't me failing, that I'd tried. Her mom listened, asked careful questions, then cried. I didn't. I still haven't. So that's where I am now. She's been at her mother's for 6 days. We've texted, logistical stuff mostly, bills, the car insurance renewal, whether I fed her ridiculous succulent collection. She asked once if we could talk in person. I said not yet. Her mom called yesterday, said she talked to her, that her daughter was devastated and willing to do whatever it takes. I didn't ask what that meant. Therapy, probably. Transparency. All the words people use when they're trying to rebuild something that maybe shouldn't be rebuilt. I don't know what I want. That's the honest answer. Some days I think about divorce lawyers and splitting furniture and who gets the coffee maker we bought in Portugal. Other days I remember how she laughed at my terrible jokes last Christmas or the way she held my hand through my dad's funeral, and I think maybe people are just messy. Maybe marriages survive worse. But then I remember the tennis racket that never existed, the casual way she lied while unpacking groceries. How I apologized to her. My brother thinks I'm insane for not having already filed. My mom says marriage is work, that everyone makes mistakes. I'm not asking them anymore. I'm asking you. Strangers who don't know us, don't have history clouding it. because I genuinely don't know if what I'm feeling is love or just fear of starting over. And I don't know which answer I'm hoping for.